What was that caption?
I won't know until like 3 hours from now. I'll be perfectly honest.
Let me check. I can check. Oh, freaking ads.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry
Because
about
Beast
it.
didn't repay my subscription because you haven't streamed it so long.
I haven't streamed in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because October is really busy. Oh, it's so busy.
I could not give a flying F about the bloody Marvels anymore.
Marvels? Do you mean MCU stuff?
No,
or?
Yeah, but it is called The Marvels. I almost thought I actually knew that it was the TV show The Marvels.
Who friggin' cares?
I don't care anymore. That's the thing.
Then stop talking about it.
No.
Because that says something else about you.
This is like the whole thing that if the whole people who hate the Kardashians stop talking about the Kardashians, half their followers would just disappear because it wouldn't exist anymore.
You're proving a point by talking about them. You should only talk about the things you love. Which is why I talk about you when you're not around.
She just admitted she loved me. We were finally getting somewhere, folks. Hey, wait, the narwhal says thing is back. You finally get into work again.
You can give it a try. How much? Hang on. I think I forgot to update its price. Let me go.
It's 999
yeah, let me,
points. I'm like using my points on them.
Yeah. Let me update it. So it's like 5. Yeah, I'm gonna make it like 5 points.
I was born under a wandering star.
Okay, I have updated it. Does it say 5 points yet?
Oh, yes.
So the narwhal is not visible at the moment, but I'm experimenting with bringing Neville the narwhal back. I would very much like that back. So last I checked,
his comatose state.
Yeah, last I checked, I got the TTS itself to work, but I haven't gotten Neville himself to work.
OBS, please.
What? Oh,
stream your OBS on Discord. I'm not like.
You're right. I need to do that. So if you use it or any sound alerts, that you'll be able to hear it. Yes, that is very important. You're so effing right. Here you go. You silly goose.
20 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
In 2015.
2015. Like I can't say numbers normally anymore.
Like years.
Yeah.
Did I show you the Myth Me video the other day where it was like, oh my god, another ad? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm seeing that, which is pretty weird, but you can view OBS just fine on Discord. So if I were to, for example, use a sound, you should be able to hear it. Whoa.
This TTS works.
Like one.
Yeah. Okay.
He lives.
So, yeah, the TTS.
Alone, but he lives.
Yeah. So Neville the normal will be speaking from a distance. You can't see him at the moment. I'm still working on that tech part because tech makes me rip my hair out.
He's shy.
He's really shy, but Neville. Yeah, let me try a Neville here. Welcome aboard. Let's try that one.
Hello, miss. Welcome aboard.
Yay! So TTS is available. If so that's a thing, and it's only 5 points right now. Ha ha ha! Please abuse it. Don't abuse it. Exclamation point rules. Oh gosh,
what on the snoop for stealing boots.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Now seriously, poot.
Poot. Poot.
Poot.
Poot.
Yeah, no, I was saying quickly, yeah, I showed you the Myth Me video where it's like playing the game like 2023, like at the beginning of the year, and it's like, we're now in 2015.
2015. I forgot to put this on this screen.
Happy New Year. Welcome to 2015.
2015. I'm just going to put this in the corner over here.
Og.
And you know what? Let's make it bigger.
Why am I so small?
Why is what so small?
What, me?
You've always been that size. Are you intimidated by the pixels? I can alleviate that. There is that less intimidating?
I have a big grin on my face because the comment I want to say, but I ain't gonna say.
Oh.
I mean, it doesn't say anything explicit. I was just gonna say I'm a bit intimidated by the giant Milky Way mommy behind me. I'm getting kicked off stream now, everyone.
I didn't give you permission to say that on stream.
I didn't say anything bad.
No. Luckily, nobody's watching.
This is going on the stream archive, so
I mean, it is.
I will comment on the video at the timestamp of when I said it. At exactly 5:58 seconds. I said Milky Way mommy.
What the frick am I gonna do with you? Bruh.
Oh, you love me, really?
I mean, I do. But what am I gonna do with you?
That's a great question. Excellent question. Excellent.
Chocolate.
Oh, pizza.
Pizza. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Wait,
oh boy.
The other day when we was watching it, he goes at 3:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. Oh yeah.
I've only got. We've been dawdling because I've only got like 10-20 minutes now. I gotta go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You only got a little bit left before you gotta go. Okay. Now, do you? Whoa. Are you interested in me reading what I have so far to you?
No.
What?
No.
No. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so a little bit of context. I want to work on mental metas. The pixel art I have on screen is the pixel art I have made of every single character from Mental Metas, which is my superhero project.
I thought it's just hearing you talk.
Well, then go scratch it.
I count my boots on.
Then take it off, you
the
coward.
state has nothing. No, we're on stream. I'm not taking my shoes off. You look at weirdos are out there. I went to say the P word, but I don't know if I can get away with that.
I wonder if Neville will say this properly. Hang on.
Food.
Food.
Sight.
Food. Yeah, I said full.
That came out great, actually. Anyway, I'm doing pencil tests. I picked just a random chapter. Okay, this is a chapter I already decided I wanted to do a pencil test of first. And I ran into two huge problems upon getting into this. Is one, the full completed outline I wrote for it is actually not that detailed, and I had to make up a lot of the details while I was doing the pencil test. So already really bad.
You said I found a problem and I was gonna go, yeah, because you can't draw.
I also can't draw. Don't worry about it. I know.
You can. Fantastic artist.
Thank you.
You know, like, okay, I don't want to use Discord as a streamer. You know, like when you get like the goddamn people are going like, hey, if you ever need art for your channel.
Oh yeah, I've gotten tons of those on Discord.
Yeah, no. I had the funniest thing the other day. They're like, hey, I like your channel, but I think you can improve it. I'm an artist, and I was like, great, I know an artist.
Yeah, like imagine how they feel when they're messaging the artist in question. They're like, oh, I'm an artist and graphic designer and I can make like VTubers and stream assets and emotes. And I'm like, cool. I'm an art streamer. I am a streamer, in fact, and I'm an art streamer. Art.
Nikki is I'm an influencer. I work for She works for Exposure.
You can die of exposure.
To cold weather, yes. And hot weather, I suppose. No, I was gonna say because technically everything you did for my avatar, you did for free. So everything you did for like my VTuber model, you did for free, and I'm very thankful. Thank you.
Yeah, I recolored that, and then I also recolored one for Diana, and I've made a model for my sister, and I want to make a model for my boyfriend.
Vicky.
I am. Thank you.
Who's having fun? I'm here.
Oh, actually, true. Chain, that's true. I have fun when you're around.
I'm not gonna do the joke I was gonna make. I'm not gonna do it. Saying that I have 20 minutes. I think I could get kicked off stream for 20 minutes. I'm not too fussed about it.
Right now, you're like, get kicked off of Vicky's stream speed run. Fuck.
Any percentage completion.
80%. Oh gosh.
I will turn to Eminem and rap god this and like just say as many swear words as possible in the time before it takes you to kick me from the call.
Oh boy. What is your name, lad? Are you having fun too? Yeah, that's Chain.
Breaker.
This is Chain Breaker.
Chain Breaker, breaker of
imprisonments. Fashionable imprisonment.
I tell you what, I'm breaker of tacos. Cause tell you what, if you have too many tacos, you are chained to that toilet.
Freaking fantastic!
No, you didn't do it right. it's
wait.
S-O.
You're right. S-O Chain Breaker. I'm such a fool.
We know.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go in and fix a little thing on my software here that's being fussy. Wait, yes. That was the correct one. That's also the correct one.
Hang on a second.
Why is it being fussy?
I got referred to as lad. I refer to people as lad. What's going on here?
Lads. Well, maybe they're also European. You don't know.
No. Because my friend Irish, who is Irishman, and always says lad,
Irishman.
he refers to me as man, and I refer to him as lad.
Lads. Okay, I'm obsessed with lad and mate and love. All of those words are completely adorable, and
I do want me to start referring to you as love.
Oh, I would love that. It's so cute.
It is because it is where I'm from. We don't like use so like you go to Manchester, you use it like for everyone. But here we do use it for where I'm from. We use it for females. We go like, oh, you're right, love. Yeah,
and when I was writing that one British character, I made him use love and mate all the time because I think it's so cute.
I think you have a massive misunderstanding of how British people talk.
I am a Teaboo, okay? And nice.
Apologies.
All right, quick run through because I want to read what I have so far for Chain before he has to go in like 15 minutes.
Not just that, I also have to go in a minute because I didn't cover poop.
Ew. Okay, so no, I'm indifferent. Well, hello, my screen name is oh no, how do I pronounce that? Shane, do it for me. Rouge, which means beautiful red wolf, but you can just simply call me Beau or Rouge. Okay. Yes, having pronunciations.
We are not French speakers.
Yeah, if you have pronunciations and or
before it's the Moulin Rouge.
The Moulin Rouge.
Yeah. Once. Fun fact. Okay, you know the guy who plays the. I can't remember what Pie plays, but you like the guy who wears like the top hat in that film. I think he wears top hat. I met that guy. I've actually met him.
Really?
Well, sort of. So we went to like a BAFTAs award, which is like the British awards for like a movie and theatre, like when I was younger.
Theatre.
And he was presenting, so I've actually seen him in real life. He nominated my school's film for an award.
Ooh.
We didn't win.
I'm not French either. I just hate my English name. Haha, everyone says it wrong. I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm a filthy American.
I've been known by many names over the time, but some people just call me Tim.
Gosh dang it.
That's a great reference.
I don't know why I didn't expect you to make a Monty Python reference.
I'm glad you picked it up, but that is a fantastic reference.
Oh, I freaking love... Dude, Monty Python and the Holy Grail was my effing childhood.
There is a have you heard about what's actually John Cleese has come out and said that there is a part in Life of Brian they're not changing to do with like the new like the cancer culture and also thing in the sense
Oh,
of the
yeah.
they're not changing it because people have been, and to quote, people have been laughing at that for 40 years. I was like, holy
40
crap! I was only alive
years.
for half that time.
Life of Pi. Allow.
Vicky is older than me. I am a filthy American.
I'm a filthy American. I mean, I named myself that, so.
Yeah, filthy American. I could say.
I also like calling myself a withering husk or an old crone when referring to my age. So.
Okay, you didn't hear what I said. Great.
Great.
Did you actually hear what I said?
No, what did you say?
You're saying all these old things that refer to his old lives went random, very quietly just went cougar.
No, I'd stop. Out of this house.
I'm trying to get that speedrun now. Alright, bye.
Speedrun. Gosh dang it. What am I?
Oh, look, I remember. You have my phone.
What do you need your phone for?
My phone, I said.
Your phone?
Is my accent. My phone. F-U-N. K-Y.
I'm sorry. I only speak American. I can't understand your. Oh. There's that speed run.
No, fun. F-U-N.
Fun.
That's strike 1 of 3 till next stream.
Well, next stream is this Friday, so until next week.
Yeah, but also next stream is
Psychonauts.
Psychonauts, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm on that one anyway, so.
I mean, sometimes you are.
At the end, you don't land me in the middle for some reason.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like your sister, I get because like the reason Aki does, like, because she wants to play the game too, right? That's why she's not on it. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't care, and I can behave. Why am I allowed on stream?
For less distractions, because it's a first-time playthrough, and I don't want like a
F is for friends who do things together.
I don't know why I forgot why I did that already.
So what you're saying to me is I'm a distraction to you?
Everyone is a distraction. Even the 2 people I allow in voice chat while I'm playing Psychonauts, it's still pretty distracting, honestly.
I'm sat there in chat.
Mm-hmm.
Making Mr. Buster Rhymes and complaining about everything. I left
everything.
I watched you playing Psychonauts because it got painful watching you trying to jump over a bloody waterfall.
I'm distracting them right now. Yeah, I'm very distracted.
Alright, we have like 5 minutes.
We have 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, speedrun. So, my pixel art is of all of my characters from Mental Metas. Mental Metas is the superhero genre story I am working on right now.
That's already passed.
Shut up. You're distracting me. My superhero story about superheroes with mental illnesses or physical disabilities, stuff like that, and showing like how cool they can be. And it'd be like, yeah, we don't have to be held back by these things. Haha, that's what it's about. Anyway, you
have a character who is not based off me, but has a superpower based off me.
Do I? What do you mean?
Well, you have that character with DID.
I don't officially have a character with DID yet.
You want to? But I
want to. I think I did figure out how I wanted to write them, but since I haven't written them yet, they're clearly not going to be that important to the narrative. They're just going to be a side character. So I'm going to hear about the villain's point of view. No, they're not villains. F that. Like, that's one of my big qualms. It's like, oh, there's plenty of superhero characters with like mental illnesses, and I'm like, and they're villains. Come fight me. Out of my freaking way. I'm tired of villainizing mental illnesses. Get that crap out of here. No villains in this story specifically have mental illnesses.
Jeff Bezos is a dragon, and he's a psychopath.
What?
I don't know. I actually got mental illnesses thinking, what would class as a real-life mental illness that would make you a villain, like psychopathy? Being a psychopath is more likely to make you, because you have no empathy. So it's like, that is like a real-life supervillain power.
It has a scientific name, thank you very much.
Yeah, psychopathy.
Make a hero with mine. So I have... Oh gosh.
Wait, what else do you have, first of all?
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go through the list of characters. Let me just make this bigger. Okay,
Can we quickly go through this first? Because I only have like 5 minutes left.
Okay, this is the protagonist. She has depression and then later gets PTSD. This is Warren. He has ADHD. Epilepsy. Okay, I have a character that blinks a lot and gave somebody else. Wait, what?
I said my concept for that is immediately is you have the ability to create overwhelming beams of light, but if you use it too much, you start to have a seizure.
Okay, so again, with that said, so one of the characters has uncontrollably blinky powers. So they're wearing like meta cuffs to suppress their powers because they did like give somebody else in their class a seizure. So they have to like train how to control their powers first.
Blinky powers. So you open your eyes and a disco ball light effect.
Yes, it's the young boy with heterochromia that will come up here. Let's see. This is Tyree. He's got ice powers and anger issues. I looked it up. There is a mental illness that's anger issue related.
I don't look into them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I looked into it for myself because I don't look it, but I'm actually a very angry person. It's the problem.
Beats me like a lot.
Yeah, I get off the bell.
Alright, Dad, calm down.
I'm gonna cancel myself. Goodbye, everybody. Cancel myself on X. What? What were you gonna say?
I just thought of something. I only have like 4 minutes left, but if it's fine, can I interject a little story about what happened the other night?
Yes.
It's actually rather interesting.
Yes.
I had very much what I would consider a spiritual and supernatural
Ooh.
experience. But kind of me, I have very bad depression. I experienced an overwhelming amount of... Oh, you can do a power related to actually because the brain is firing electronic all the time and they have the problems controlling. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Kind of like with in the Old Man Logan story, like in the film Logan, where Professor Xavier, it's theorized he had a seizure and it basically handicapped every single one of the X-Men, and Logan had to kill them at mercy.
Mercy. So my big question for new people coming in is, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? Here we go. This is the kid with heterochromia. So his powers is like he blinks uncontrollably. So he has to like wear suppression cuffs to keep from blinking.
How's that a disability? I blink all the time, but I have Tourette's.
First of all, no, you don't. Wait, do you?
Oh, no, I actually do have Tourette's. I have physical Tourette's.
Oh, you've never told me that.
No, but I actually, like, if you look on any paper of me that has things I've been diagnosed with, I am diagnosed with Tourette's.
I'm sorry, I gotta add that to the list.
The list!
I have a list too, okay?
We're at 3 pages now.
I also have a list of problems.
Can I quickly finish talking about my supernatural experience?
Yes.
So, I was in a really bad down spell, and I was having uncontrollable crying, breathing, couldn't breathe right, and I genuinely thought my heart was gonna stop because of the amount of pressure in my body.
Yeah.
The most interesting thing happened is that it felt like my body was lifted. My head went back as my chest sort of lifted up, and it felt like something physically was pulled or ripped out of me, on a spiritual level, but I felt it physically. And then nothing. It was dead silent in the brain, and no pain, no sadness, no nothing, just emptiness. Not in a bad way, but a good comforting empty. Pain at that moment was just taken from me.
Huh. That reminds me of another story I wrote a while ago.
I told my dad about it, and he thinks it was my great grandmother.
Ooh. Sorry, I just think that's interesting.
That's Taskmaster's ability.
Wait, mine would be perfect copy. It is related to an anime character power ability. It allows you to see someone do something and perfectly mimic it as long as you can psychically do it. Psychically?
I mean, didn't mean physically.
Or physically?
That's task managers. Taskmaster.
I was gonna say task manager. You mean the thing on my computer?
Taskmaster is a Marvel villain who basically has the ability of perfect memory recall and basically reflex copying, which means that if he sees someone do it, say he saw like Captain America throw his frisbee, I'm referring to as a frisbee. When he throws his frisbee, he can then perfectly mimic his ability to do something.
Frisbee.
He does have a frisbee. Though.
Frisbee.
And if I get any superpower before I leave, I would have the ability.
You've told me this before.
I have, yes, because I have the idea. We each have different wants of abilities. Dad has the ability to shapeshift.
That's right. I think shapeshift is the one I picked. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I just haven't written it down yet. Oh my gosh, I'm such a goober. I have a bunch of ideas for the character and I just haven't written it down. I could watch you draw for 2 hours and perfectly mimic your drawing style. Ooh.
Arthur would like to have the power basically of
control.
To create and destroy and control,
Yeah. Arthur wants
God,
Yeah. I'm just thinking about the power that Bo is giving examples of, and I'm like, oh, that means I could watch like a karate black belt do some moves, and then I would just know black belt karate, or at least I would be able to copy the moves they did.
Okay. This actually reminds me of an interesting story, and it's actually related to it. So there's actually been a test done. They built a robot and used the studying style of a professional swordsman, right? And they did like chopping experiments with it. They did this swordsman is the best swordsman in the world. He could chop. Okay, this is not that impressive, but it is actually pretty impressive when you think about it.
Yeah.
He can chop a BB pellet midair, which those things travel really fast, faster than you think, and he could chop it in midair. That's how fast his reflexes are. They did a competition between the machine and the duelist, and they ended in a draw.
Whoa.
It was a draw. Neither one beat the other because obviously, if it's a perfect copy, then he couldn't, But I also detriment to the fact that the bloke who's using the sword didn't falter at all.
Yeah. Huh. I suppose that's a bit, Yo. As long as you were watching them do it in the same room, not a video, because then you could learn everything super quickly in this generation. Oh, the things I would learn. I would watch videos on people changing a tire and changing their oil and all kinds of other things. And I would know how to take care of a vehicle. That would be great.
Change oil, have electric car.
I'm sorry, I live in the early 2000s. That's the only types of cars I've ever owned. Usually from the 90s, actually, not gonna lie.
Okay, so
I'm poor.
My power before I go. If I was to have a power, me, Jane, I was to have the ability to control anything electronic. In this day and age, that would basically make me god of this world.
Actually, I do have a character that has that power in Mental Metas. Yeah.
Like, realistically, right? You could then control money, weapons, street lights, which would be really fun to mess with people. But then you could also control things like logistics, technology to create medicine. You could do all this, and obviously your brain trains like a Ghost Rider. All right,
that would be cool.
Because that's cooler.
It's flashier.
It would also be cool. Yeah. But I think this would be more practical for the simple reason of I then control logistics, and I'm really like if you've seen me play Satisfactory before, like the factory building game, I'm really good at building like factories and stuff like that. So in my mind, if I could do that, I could probably solve world hunger. Because world hunger is not down to a problem of we don't have enough food. We don't have the logistics to supply enough food because nobody goddamn cares.
Yeah, it's about transportation and labor and stuff.
The people in power don't care, which is the big problem.
Eat the rich. Solve world hunger.
That treat the world like The Sims. I said to my dad and the bartender, sort of, we was at the pub the other day, and like we go there regularly on Saturdays, and I was saying to the bartender and my dad's friend, and my dad said, I believe in bettering the world for a better tomorrow.
Yeah.
I do not believe in individual games. Because I explain it this way. All right, Vicky, when you die, what do you take with you to the afterlife?
Yourself.
Yeah.
That's
what
it.
do you take from this mortal world with you?
Your memories and your experiences and your...
Physical.
What? Oh.
What physically do you take with you?
Nothing.
Exactly. So what's the point in being so greedy and having all this in life when life only lasts statistically about 80 years?
Yeah.
What is the point in having all that for like at the most 60 years probably because you got the first 20 years of life.
Because
you have all that
human
for
beings
60.
are short-sighted.
What's the point? Yes, but what is the point? You have to look at the bigger picture for once.
Yeah, look at the bigger picture, bro.
You know, and like we can all make everyone's lives better. We can make everyone's life better.
Yeah, we're all in this together.
And I get the need, but we need not bosses anymore. We need leaders, people who lead by example.
Yeah.
I don't believe in this concept of ruling. I believe in leadership, which is the act of. There's a great comic I've sorry about this actually. There's three types. There's rulers who will sit by and not do anything, basically just tell. Sorry.
Oh, hi, Mads. What's up, bro? It's been a while. Oh, wait, what existential life conversation did I walk into?
I'm just discussing how humanity is selfish and needs to look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, look at the bigger picture, bro. We're all in this together, you know, spread kindness.
We don't need a boss who will basically get pulled along with, say there's a cart, right? A ruler will sit by and basically watch as the cart's being pulled along and basically do nothing else. A boss will sit on the cart and let others pull him along, and a leader will be pulling the cart with the workman. That's what I believe we need. We need someone who leads and contributes as well. Contribute
to the society, if you will.
Exactly. That is my belief, and unfortunately, it will never happen. But it's a nice thought.
We can dream.
It is a nice thought, and this is why I'm running for premise.
Oh boy. That is why I want to do so many things. Oh, go ahead.
I'm afraid too, because I am considered weird because of my POV.
I mean, I want to be weird. I like being weird.
Being weird
F the
changes
system.
The world.
Weird people. I'm afraid to ask where you were going with that one.
First president, yes.
Yes, George Washington.
Yeah.
Quick. Never mind.
People who are considered weird tend to do big things. So let me put this this way.
Ooh, you're sketchy.
People who were being persecuted in Europe during the time America was formed escaped to America and then formed America because they were like considered weird by the people of Europe and they went to build their own place, basically.
Because freedom is pretty tight and religious freedom is pretty tight. Even the I'm an atheist type of thing, that's still religious freedom. You have the freedom to be an atheist if you want, and that's fantastic. You can do what you want.
Okay, I'm going to preference what I'm about to say with two things. Number one, I believe in religious freedom. You believe in whatever helps you get by, as long as you're not hurting anyone.
As long as you're not hurting anyone.
Or not hurting an animal or something, hurting yourself, anything bad, you are fine. You believe in whatever you want to believe in. But I personally think, and this is not, again, there's nothing against people. People do what they don't believe in. But I think as long as two things exist in this world, we cannot evolve into a better society. And I think those things are money and religion.
I mean, I definitely agree with the money one. Money is a very corruptive substance, in my opinion.
I agree.
Well, we got deep accidentally over here.
The only way a religion would work is if we all unified the world into one religion, which would never happen.
Well, people hate each other. They're going to disagree. People won't. People won't even agree about sub versus dub.
Let people be themselves.
That's what I'm saying. Is be yourself. Look at the diversity we have on the planet Earth. Isn't that friggin' dope? Diversity is awesome. Come on.
Lasting thought to leave with. A random thought came into my head. Elon Musk lost $5 billion in like 7 hours.
Good. Why do I care? Why are we talking about the muskrat?
I was happy, but my happiness is so destroyed because of one things. I get that, don't worry, man. I really get that.
Yeah.
I simply live at the moment to drive my family around and make Vicky happy. That is.
I mean, I do what I can. Yeah, every day is about you know, making me, you know, try to survive in my own way. And for me, a lot of it is just drawing and writing. Like, that's what, you know, keeps me mentally stable is doing the things I love. And the things I love is drawing and writing. So
I have the belief that if I could sacrifice myself for a better world tomorrow, then I would. If I could fix the world by sacrificing myself, I would. And I understand why many people would not, but I would, because two things. Number one, I value the greater humanity more than one singular life. I know that may seem a bit like every life matters. I know my life matters. I'm not saying it doesn't. But I think the the betterment of humanity would be worth more than a single life. Second of all, I don't live a very exciting life anyway. So.
It's not very exciting. I sit at my computer all day.
If I could give it for a greater cause, then so be it. And that's my last thought, because I actually have to go now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when I'm available to read you this comic, I'll have more of it available.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. The other people here can get a glimpse of it.
All right. Hey, love. Bye.
Bye. Take care. Yeah, I got him to call me love. It's so adorable. He's like, hey, what do you think of my voice? And I'm like, I don't know if you want to hear it. And he's like, no, tell me. And I'm like, your voice is cute. Not in a flirty way. It's just, I'm a Tiaboo. And I'm like, I'm sorry. The accent is adorable. Fight me. Anyway, I'm a creative person, but I'm afraid to show it because of how people talk to me about my creative side. They say it is fake creativity. What? What idiots are saying that? I'm sorry. Jeez. Big yuck on that one. Anyway, whatever you're doing with your life, you do you. Live and let live. Be yourself. Be yourself is such a dumb blanket statement, but I really mean it. You will be happier if you are true to yourself. I sound like a friggin' Disney pop song right now, but fight me. That's how it be. Okay. So, because I've already given the blurb so many times. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm working on Mental Metas, which is my superhero story about superheroes with mental illnesses and or physical disabilities. And for the most part, the villains are like representative of like mental illnesses, which is also pretty fun. Like they're symbolic. And yeah, that's the premise. That's it. I mean, it is a long running story. I have been working on this for a few years, and I'm only just now doing a pencil test of a chapter. This is a chapter I've had in mind that I wanted to do a pencil test of. And then a couple of major problems came up when I started drawing it. It was that my outline I wrote up was not very detailed. So I had to make up a lot of stuff. And basically we're looking at an additional version of a draft one of a first draft. So it's not great. Problem two, this is an action heavy chapter. So I don't know why I picked it in that case, but I mean, it's also like a very character heavy chapter as well, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to draw action, but I will learn. So let me just put these guys back down here in the small corner so we can look at my Photoshop here, and I will read to you guys what I have so far. It's embarrassing. It sucks, but I am making stuff, and that's what's awesome is that I'm going out and I am making stuff. I've been an artist my whole life and I've been a writer for most of it, and I'm like, I should make a webcomic. So this is a story I've been writing, just exclusively writing for so many years, and here's my first pencil test. It's not finished. Like even the pencil test is not finished, and this took me a couple of hours, like what I have here so far. So I'll just dive right in. I need to start by making a logo at some point. Ugh. I also might change the title, but I have zero ideas because, you know, mental for mental illnesses and metas for like metahuman, because that's what DC primarily uses to refer to people with superpowers. And I'm way into that word, and I looked it up and the word is not copyrighted. So okay, so first we have the protagonist here. Her name is Taya. She has light particle barrier powers, which will be seen later. And then the people she's with are extremely minor characters, but it's just another group of superheroes and they're supposed to be patrolling. So I'm just giving a little bit of background here. And guys, we have an assignment. Sorry, sweetheart, but patrolling is hardly an assignment. Call us when a bad guy shows up or something. Huh. Fine. And then the blue is her particle barrier powers. I have no idea where I am in this city, and metas aren't supposed to patrol by themselves. But Fidelia trusted me to be independent. Okay, and now I gotta go all the way back up. Because that's how big I made... Because my Photoshop was being fussy with how big the file was. I clearly need to find a faster way to do this. Okay. Okay, here's the next section. And I don't intend to let her down anytime soon. Which is exactly why, upon hearing an explosion in the distance, I put it upon myself to investigate alone and not call my meta heads. Which, when I put it that way, sounds really bad, but those guys were huge jerks. I can do this alone. I can do this. Out of my way, vermin. I'm not a voice actor, by the way. I have work to do. There, I can zoom out easily, and that'll make it faster to go back to the top. I'm saying this retrospectively not to shout myself out, but I was starting to stream last December, then fell out of it because of what others told me. That sucks. Don't listen to other people. Streaming is super fun. I love it. I am exclusively a hobbyist. I'm also super unemployed. Yeah, so that sucks, but, you know, this is what I do for fun. That metahuman has explosion powers. I need to get closer and protect whoever she's fighting. Go home or die, trash. Vwam. Smug. Are you okay? Yes, thank you. One of these days I want to be a webtoon artist because that sounds really fun. I've got it from here. Fwish, explosions, fwish, weird above angle. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm bad at perspective. Fwish. There we go. Now that she's taken care of, we can... Oh, you're the crow. Yes. Oh, my redesign of Crow is so much better, but he needs more work. I have some character designs I need to redo. But I thought you didn't go to this city. I'm not allowed to travel. Forgive me, I do not wish to intrude on another's territory. There is simply the matter of an item retrieval I am performing for a friend. What? No. I don't claim territory. I don't even actually go here. I knew that. Huh? Were you just messing with me? Perhaps. The head tilt, like I'm really proud of how I sketched that. Oh, of course. So, Mr. Crow, you're here for something? Correct. That metahuman we were fighting has something I need. Not to mention she's caused quite a lot of damage around here. Well, she should be all taken care of now, so we can probably finish up here and... Ouch! A pink beam. And then there's only like a couple more panels up at the top. Who hit me? Who the frick is that? Wait, where's my other... Uh-oh, is this the part that my computer didn't save? Well, I guess I'll draw that again. The other day, I have one more side panel here next to this one right here that I drew already, and I didn't save, and that wasn't on me, that was on my computer because it restarted without my permission, so I had to go into my settings and figure out how to do that. And my computer's like, don't worry, buddy, I brought back all of your internet window tabs, and I'm like, great. I didn't save my Photoshop, though. You ain't bringing that back, you prick. So I had to look into figuring out how to make sure my computer doesn't do that again. I'm like, you need to have my consent before restarting my computer. I will fist fight you, computer of mine, of which I love. I'm actually going to school for video production and broadcasting. So if you want any help scripting, I can help, or just give some advice. That sounds awesome. I have tons of outlines, which I will happily bring up as an example of like how dummy thick this is. Oh boy. So the chapter I'm showing off just now, as far as like, this is just the pencil test. This is how much done? Let me see. Let me bring over my Google Docs. So original stories, mental metas. And then I need, where is it? It's in season 2, this one. So this is the script currently. This is me kind of messing with colors for Crow, because I'm like, I don't think I should make him turquoise anymore, because I already have like 2 other characters that are primarily turquoise. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So this is the outline. It's way rougher than I remember it being. I seem to remember it being super detailed when I wrote it initially. And I'm about, because like most of what I have drawn is stuff that's like in like this many bullet points, which sucks. It was that many bullet points. It gets more detailed as it goes on, but yeah, I'm about here-ish in the outline for this chapter alone. This is just the one chapter. So as you can see here, starting at, I have these labeled like S1. So it's like season 1, season 2, all the way to season 5. This is not every chapter here. There's spaces in between, like it goes A and it doesn't go to B. It's A, D, G, I, J, K, M, P, S. Like as an example, like this is, I'm missing a bunch of outlines. I know what's supposed to go in the gaps, but I just haven't written outlines for those yet. And as of, let's go to outline, which people can get spoilers if they look with their eyes, but too bad. This is the incorrect outline. Hang on. This one. That is the old version of the outline. Most of that stuff is scrapped, actually. Here is how many chapters are in season 1. Here's how many chapters are in season 2. Here's how many chapters are in season 3. Here's season 4, season 5. So far, I'm probably definitely going to add more chapters. So I'm gonna die. Oh heavens help me. I can show you a script I had to write for class as well, so you can get a better understanding of what they would consider high quality scripting and storyboarding. I personally would love a job as a storyboard artist or a character designer. That's what I think I would enjoy the most. Just off the top of my head, I'm like, I would love jobs like that. I also have crazy ambitions to be a game developer. Like I've been working on lots of like video game concepts. Like if I go back over here and I go, is it under original stories? Video games, yeah. So I have, here's some like random video game concepts, and then this folder titled Ace is short for Everything is Spiders. This is a bunch of stuff I have for my project titled Everything is Spiders, because this is the most detailed project I've worked on. I would love to be a video game developer, but that requires like a team of people who know what they're doing in programming and stuff. I draw and I write. That's not enough to make a video game. Comic, however, I can probably make a comic by myself. With that said, I still want like editors, so I plan to have like some of my outlines available for my editors to look at and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my deal. Original stories. I have tons of original stories, but Mental Metas is the project I'm currently working on, because I don't know, I've been working on it for so many years, and I'm really passionate about it. And I was going to make it a novel exclusively, but I had so many people saying the idea would make a great comic, probably also because, you know, it's the superhero genre, and when people think superhero, they think comic. But I'm like, yeah, I should, even though I'm probably gonna like murder my hands trying to draw stuff, because oh my goodness. This has been so much, and this is just the sketch, and this is just a small chunk of one chapter in well over 100 chapters. I'm dying. Just afraid to get... Oh my gosh, I can't read. But I'm just afraid to write things out. Oh, do you mean like to write? Okay, yeah, okay, you did correct yourself. Ugh, I'm blind. But yeah, I'm very passionate about writing, but I am very shy about my writing. But I'm not shy at all about my art. I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. Like, these are like doodles. These are just kind of scrap doodles. That sounds like a username, scrap doodle. Just kind of like really rough drawings and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm not shy about my art. If people want to like hover over my shoulder while I'm drawing, like, I actually don't mind. Like, I'm not shy about it at all. My writing, I've shown very few people, and I'm just very self-conscious about it and unsure about like is my work any good? I have no idea, because I've written, golly. Oh boy, the fanfics folder. So I have an Undertale fanfiction, and it is available online on my DeviantArt, Tumblr, and fanfiction.net. And it is a finished fanfiction. It is finished, so that's pretty cool that I finished something. I have zero idea what this is. I'm going to be honest with you, I have zero idea what this document is, and I'm not about to open it. Let's see. The Unfeeling. That was a story I wrote back in college, and for context, my college years were about a decade ago. So there's that. Dante's Mask is one I was writing back in high school, and the writing of it is very... This is a high schooler who wrote it. But I still really like it, and I still really like the characters. Oh boy, I Saw Death is a mystery supernatural, where I was being really experimental with that one. And I was writing that when I was about 22-ish, somewhere around there. And I decided I wasn't mature enough to be writing the story. 10 years later, I'm not sure I'm mature enough to be writing the story. Oh boy. And then Absent Home was the most recent one that I started in 2018. And I was really proud of it. It's a weird one for me because I'm so fantasy based, like Project Dante's Mask, The Unfeeling, I Saw Death. Like, those are all things with like supernatural or magic elements. Absent Home has no magic in it whatsoever, which is really unusual for me because I love writing things with, like, you know, fantasy and magic. So that one was really experimental, and I was so ready to launch it for people to read, and then I just didn't get around to it, and now it's outdated, which sucks. So I don't know if people will ever see it. Of course, my friend Chain, who was here earlier in voice chat, he found out one of the characters I wrote was British. So I let him look at my first chapter, and he could do nothing but criticize how I wrote a British character. But he's like, hey, we should just read all of what you have on stream. And I'm like, cool, I hate that. Let's do it. I'm still young and want to do so much or help other. Yeah. So when I was in college, I studied, like, my major was drama, theater, film, and acting. Just that entire skibbity-doo. And that wasn't my intended major. It was just the thing my parents thought I would be good at. And I'm like, okay. It's like, I'm good at art, but I don't see a point in getting a degree in art. What am I going to use it for? I can already draw. I'm done. Like, that's it, buddy. So that's just what I studied in college, but I never did finish it, which sucks. because I moved, and then the new college that was nearby just didn't provide the classes for me to finish my major. So I don't have a finished major. I'm just some loser. This is all pretty awesome. Totally relate a lot. I'm a graphic artist and have tons of sketches and unpublished comics I drew but never got around to finish and post. Funny you talk about this because I'm working on a piece that's very personal and will be the first comic strip I publish once it's ready later this year or beginning of 2024. I need to chit chat with you more. I'm getting more motivated. Oh, but yeah, by all means, like hit me up on Discord if you want. That would be totally fine. And yeah, I'm just very passionate about like just creative stuff. I love creative stuff. I'm also like, I want to be a musician, but I don't... I'm really bad at music stuff. I'm really bad with it, like, actually, for real. My sense of meter is non-existent. It's like, you ask me to like, sing a song, and I will add too many notes, and then it will no longer be in 4/4 time, and it will just be whatever it wants. It's bad. Did I study music when I was, like, in middle school? Yeah. I'm not in middle school anymore. That was 2006 to 2008-ish that I was in middle school. I'm gonna take a big hydrate break. Everybody hydrate. And then people can realize how disgustingly old I am. I'm a withering husk. Ugh. I'm old. In the meantime, I'm gonna pull up some like finished or semi-finished artwork in case people new here are like, what do you actually draw? Let's see. This is the most recent drawing I did. Oh, this might take a while to load. I just realized. There we go. So this is a commission I did for a friend recently that I finished. I don't particularly think I'm good at drawing anthros, but I keep getting commissions for anthro characters, so I'm like, okay, I'll do my best. This is a commission I did for another friend. That was like a wedding present for one of their friends. This one was interesting. Just some OCs and stuff. I hope I did well on it. I don't know if I did particularly well on that one. Let me move this over here so you guys can still look at the art while I'm browsing through the folder. This one is me, obviously. I did this on my phone. Let me pull up all three that I did on my phone. There's that one. There's that one. That's my true form. And then there's this one, which is like, oh, it's a vaporwave. I was going to college in 2019 for business admin, but had to drop out because of COVID. I do music, art, photography, and so many other things, but I hate showing others my creative side. You should do more creative stuff, because I said so. Because being creative is one of the most awesome things that we as humans can do. Because there's something that doesn't exist, and then you do things, and then those things exist. And if that's not the coolest thing you've ever heard, I don't know what is. I'm just obsessed with the idea of like, I created something. I created something. And that's awesome. See, here is a drawing I did for my boyfriend's birthday. It's me and my boyfriend. Let's see, for the past 2 or so years, I've been working on stuff and been talking to a couple of friends about also making a game, something very narrative and chill. After watching a few videos of some developers learning how to code and such within 2 years of finding out Unity, got super motivated. Just been creating content, even if it doesn't make money. It makes me happy and keeps me busy. Yeah, like, I am super unemployed, but, like, this is what keeps me busy and what keeps my brain happy. My brain... I draw and my brain go brr, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if there's anybody that knows programming, hit me up, because I want to make video games really badly. I want to be a developer so bad. Let's see, what other art do I have that would be worth showing off? Oh gosh. Out of context thing I drew during a stream, an art request stream. No context, Buzz Lightyear and Connor. Context is Not something you get to have. And you get to deal with it. Let's see, I've been doing a bunch of owl house drawings that I've been doing for like my Artist Alley table because I do Artist Alley and I really like selling my art. I think it's super fun. Where's all the Mental Meadows ones? Okay, yeah. There's this piece. Is that Homebody from Homeboy from I don't know why I read that wrong. Homeboy from Detroit Become Human. It is. It's Connor, the android sent by Cyberlife. Oh, I got some really weird requests, and hey, I only need a few more followers before the next art request stream. Wink wink nudge nudge. Oh, baby boy. Let's see, here's a couple of characters for Mental Metas. I'm not done shading this one yet, and I also need to give it like a real background because I'm a goober. Next one. Where the frick is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Whoa. That legit caught me off guard. What? Thank you. Okay, so this is more Mental Menace characters. This is a pretty recent piece. I need to do background yet and probably shading, and oh, I need to still do the designs on Warren's uniform because it's not just solid blue, it's got like the yellow lightning bolts and stuff. But this one was... Do it. Thank you. This one was so hard to draw because I had to draw character unconscious being piggybacked by other character, and I had to look up like some references on like posing and weight distribution and stuff like that, so this was really hard to draw, but I'm really happy with how this came out. And this was an experimental different line art brush that I downloaded recently because I hate doing line art and Photoshop doesn't have a stabilizer or a smoother or whatever you want to call it, and that sucks. And I'm like, you know what? I like this brush. It's nice. And then this one, I still need to friggin' fix this one because the clouds came out crappy. Like, here's the new clouds I tried. Here's the old clouds I did. I think it all looks crappy. Otherwise, like, if it weren't for how crappy the clouds are coming out, like, this piece is ready to go. But this one is titled The Two Voices, and it's depicting the protagonist from Mental Metas. So do with that information what you will. I see there's an ad break happening. Don't worry, I see it. Anything else? I'm just kind of checking what I got. If there's anything else particularly special I should show off here, I think it's good. I think that's the majority of what I got that's interesting. Uploaded. Why are these in that folder? That's dumb. That's not organized, right? Get that crap out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Let's see. I'll keep that. I'll keep that. And then I'm going to do a little bit of sketching because the other panel that's supposed to be here is like gone, and that's annoying. Hey, Vicky, your shoe's untied. It is? What? Why is my shoe untied? What did I do? Oh no. Is it a I like your shoelaces moment? Cause maybe I like your shoelaces. Ha. Oh gosh. So annoying that I have to draw this again. Okay, whatever. Just kind of stick person. Eh. I'm wearing socks, haha. How dare you? I took my socks off because I was really hot earlier, because just before stream I baked cookies, and so I was over a hot stove because they're no bake cookies, and I keep forgetting that, like, yes, you don't bake them by definition, but you do have to, like, cook, question mark, the chocolatey goo first. So it was really hot, and then I spilled a bunch of the chocolatey goo all over the stovetop, and that sucked. So I had to do a bunch of cleanup before I started stream. I'm like, no. Oh lord, he running. And then I had it like, this is another like weird panel shape. Cookies. Yeah, I'm like, I'm in the mood to cook, and
Cookies.
Ooh. And I'm in the mood to bake. I'm so sorry that Neville is not on screen right now. He's having some technical issues. I miss when Neville worked properly and perfectly. Because the main service I used for my TTS died. And now I'm having to use a bunch of my mental energy to make a new one. Use a new service that isn't as good and doesn't have as many voice options and just other crappy situation stuff with it. That's super annoying. And now I have to re-figure out how to make Neville appear on screen properly where he like wakes up. I'll go ahead and turn him on a little bit. He's right here. So this is Neville, but he doesn't, and he's asleep, but he doesn't wake up.
I look. You know look. PSH.
Yeah, Neville is supposed to wake up when he talks, and that's not the case right now. So I'm still in the middle of fixing him, but at least the TTS part of it is back. So by all means, go ahead and play with that. I don't care. There we go. I have pressed Control Save. Control S on this panel that I already drew before my stupid computer restarted itself the other day. I'm gonna be gumpy about it. Ugh. Oh boy, this is so much work. Oh. No, I still have another half hour before I have to go to bed. At 4 o'clock in the morning. Just a reminder that I am a creature of the night, and I normally go to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. Do you like Pokemon? What is your favorite Pokemon? Oh, let me show you. Welcome to my normal screen, where I have what I call the Blorbo corner, or just the plushie corner if you want to be like normal about it. I don't know why you'd want to be normal about it. That's boring. But I'm a little in the way of the one on the bottom there, but that's my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, Jumpluff. I'm a big Jumpluff fan.
And also from my Blorbo corner, you can see exactly what else I'm a huge fan of, because I feel like I got the idea from someone else. I just don't remember. But just the idea of like, oh, I draw all these plushies. Yeah, I drew all these. Minna was a butt, never again. Where I'm just like, okay, here's all of my favorite characters of all time. I'm not done. I have more plushies to draw yet. But, you know, so people can get a quick glance and see my favorite characters, and then from the quick glance know what kind of person I am. Lucario. Ooh, Lucario's cool. I mean, how lucky is it to have a favorite Pokemon that's going to be in Smash Bros? I wish. My other favorite Pokemon is Wooper, but they're... Actually, if Wooper was in Smash, I would definitely return to that game. Let's go. I want Wooper. Jumpluff, definitely. Jumpluff's never going to be in Smash. Jumpluff's never going to be in anything. Jumpluff is never even a plushie. Do you know how hard it is to get like merchandise of your favorite Pokemon when your favorite Pokemon are really obscure ones that nobody cares about? It's like, oh, if your favorite Pokemon is an evolution, congratulations. It's really easy to get merch of that. Howlucha, Cinderace, and Pikachu. Oh my gosh, my tracking. Just got really excited about adorable wrestler Pikachu. But yeah, I'm a huge Jumpluff and Wooper fan, primarily, most above all. Other favorites are going to include... You know what? Hang on, I think I have a drawing for this. Pikachu. Okay. Let's go back over here. Where is...
Pikachu.
Bless you. Did I label it Pokemon? Pikachu. Where's... I know I drew something fairly recently that was supposed to be me in Pokemon style with like my favorite Pokemon, and I wrote down all of my favorites. And yes, it's dumb that I can't remember them off the top of my head, but that's because I was like trying to decide which ones to narrow it down to for like, you know, a 6, like a team of 6, and I have more than 6 favorites. So I was like, who do I narrow it down to? Where is it? I'm skimming my folder for the word Pokemon, and I'm like not seeing it.
Thank you, Vivi.
You're
so nice to me.
Yeah. Here's the part where I go to my folder, and I'm just gonna search it because I know I drew it recently. Okay, this PC pictures. Just search Pokemon. There it is. I found it. Boom. Get rid of that layer. Okay. And then we go back to Photoshop so you can see it. I totally forgot I had drawn this already. So yeah, I was just kind of like trying to draw myself in Pokemon style. I also, for this drawing, need to look up the canon heights for all of these Pokemon so I can make them like accurate to the human. Or as human as I am, the humanoid. So Wooper, Jumpluff, Frostlass, Esper, Clefairy, Dugong, Ghastly, Furret, Xatu, Fortress, Phanpy, Sableye, Pumpkaboo, Rowlet, Litten, Cosmog, Sprigatito. Yeah, so, and I have regrets. I accidentally drew Jumpluff on the same layer as me, so I can't grab it and shrink it. So that sucks. But yeah, definitely my main. Gotta be the Jumpluff. Gotta be the Wooper in the arms. Look at him. Look at him. There are no thoughts behind those eyes. He's perfect. He's so gosh dang happy and armless. I also didn't mean to make him look so sad by putting his little blooper floops pointing downwards. I'll probably fix that another time, but yeah, and then yeah, I was just kind of trying to draw myself in the Pokemon art style, using some references of known Pokemon characters. This looks really crappy. Because like I was like really heavily referencing mostly just this of Lily. Like I was mostly using Lily as a reference, but then I had to like add some anatomy adjustments, like having the thunder thighs that I got, and then that like made it look significantly less Pokemon style. Good gosh, Clefairy, you look terrifying. Let me get rid of that one. That is what I would do. I would do if I came. Pokemon is so fun to me. Yes. Yes. And like, again, the thing with like Jumpluff, I already do have a Jumpluff plushie, but it's really tiny. I do have a Wooper plushie, but it's a bootleg. Actually, I wonder if the Jumpluff is a bootleg. I haven't checked. And then my sister has a plushie of Mimikyu, which is a bootleg on purpose. So she found it at a booth at a convention that had a ton of Pokemon plushies all over the table and stuff. and she found her hands on a real official Mimikyu and then a bootleg Mimikyu, and she put them next to each other to compare which one she liked better. The official one has its face like printed on, and the bootleg has the face embroidered on. Like it's just objectively better, so she got the bootleg one. Because I'm sorry, the bootleg one looked better. Like, you don't often get that chance to be able to compare and contrast like that. And I'm so disappointed that the official merchandise was lower quality. Oh, that sucks. I'm getting war flashbacks to Hasbro. Because as someone who's been a huge pony fan for years, I'm going to go back over here so you can get a reminder that I have Fluttershy in the corner. As somebody who's been a huge pony fan, official toys by the company that makes My Little Pony effing suck. And this went on for years. They didn't bother upping their game at all. And I'm like, dude, you guys should make these higher quality. You have grown adults with money that are buying these for themselves, and you're not upping your game. Like, through and through, the official pony merch was absolute garbage. So that's where I had to come in, because I would buy pony merch from like other artists, and I would sell my own art of pony drawings and junk like that. You know, I do artist alley stuff. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. Where am I? How the frick do I draw? Sometimes I look at this and I'm like, how did I draw this? I don't know. I feel like I'm in such a funk right now and I can't draw, but like that's fine for now because I'm doing just like scribbles here. Just these garbage pencil tests where you're just getting the idea of the panel layout and the rough where characters are standing or facing or looking, facial expressions, speech bubbles, stuff like that, where I don't have to be refined. But wow, is this taking a long time. This project has been ongoing. But the pencil test here was like, this is recent. This is as of the last week that I started drawing this. So there is hope for me yet. I gotta bring this back over so it's privet. Let's see, I gotta look at my outline and be like, what's next on the extremely vague chopping block here? Okay. Oh, okay, I know what's going on next. So here's the boring part where I draw. I basically haven't been drawing all night. Oh boy. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Okay. Here's the other thing I meant to do. Well, I did do before my computer deleted it the other day. So I'm gonna delete this speech bubble and then grab this and just kind of go extendo friendo. Because it's just a straight line anyway. And then I want a different version of the speech bubble right here. Because I want it like kind of over, like I want the speech bubble to be kind of going over the character. I gotta make sure this I is very pronounced. Although that doesn't matter because I'm not gonna like handwrite, sort of. Okay, I'm not gonna handwrite the comic because I feel like that would be like really hard to read. Readability is so insanely important for comics. So something I learned recently, well, a tactic I learned recently, like, I'm just gonna do an example of a speech bubble. So you don't want this. Thank you for the follow. Make sure to get yourself some water and some snacks and get real cozy. Thank you. Glad you like what I have to offer. I am just effing around. So yeah, you don't want a speech bubble to make the word bubble claustrophobic. Another one I've seen that, like, this one is even worse. Is what people call shrink wrapping your text. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do that. What you're gonna want to do is give your text a lot of breathing room. Lots of breathing room. And a recent tip I've heard on top of this is, for whatever font size you have, imagine a capital H in the corner, in like all the corners. And if there's enough room for that H to squeeze in, and that's how much room you should be giving your words. And I'm like, oh, that's great. The H thing is something I learned recently, but overall the speech bubble spacing thing I already learned from a book I read a few years ago. That's Graphic Novels for Dummies, a book written by a guy who works in the graphic novel industry, specifically the superhero kind. I don't know if he works for DC, Marvel, or has worked for both. Probably both. I don't remember his background, but yeah, really good. And then he has in his book another really good thing that is interesting and controversial. What Pokemon game should I play Gen 1 through 5? Ooh, so controversial opinion from me. I'm going to say Pokemon Yellow for Gen 1. My sister would recommend Gen 2's Pokemon Crystal. So there's Yellow and Crystal. There's a couple of recommendations for you. I'm going to do a couple of examples. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of this as an example. No question mark for the example I'm giving. Eh. Eh. I don't care if it doesn't make sense with the sentence I chose to write as an example. So here's a little bit of a comic knowledge for you. 1, comics used to exclusively use exclamation points and never periods. That is because printing quality was really poor, and if there was just a period, then sometimes the editors that are doing cleanup would mistake a period for just like a pencil mistake, and then they would go in and delete it. So they always used exclamation points no matter what the sentence or context was, because it was easier for people to read and it was easier for the editors to read, so they knew not to, get rid of it. Luckily, printing quality is not garbage today. We're not in the 30s. Okay, so I have all the games Gen 1 through 5 on my PC. I also have no trade Evo games as well as along with the originals. I assume emulators. Everybody give it up for emulators. Everybody give it up for Nintendo. Nintendo, I love you. You make great games, but you don't make good decisions. Yeah, so that's the thing with the exclamation points. And then also, I'll just get rid of that because the point is about capitalization. Again, this is about how printing quality was. Printing quality was really bad back in like the 30s and 40s and stuff. So text was exclusively all caps because that was easier to read in the crappy print. Nowadays, we have good print, and also we read a lot of comics online, so we don't need to be dependent on the all caps thing. But this is actually still a controversial opinion in the graphic novel community, where people are still insistent on making their graphic novels with all caps instead of mixed case. I disagree with this. I hate this. I hate, if for your personal style you want to do just, all caps, fine. I don't like it. I am a huge fan of mixed case. I think mixed case looks correct because I like literature and I like respecting literature and spelling and grammar. I'm not going to pretend I'm the best at it. I'm not a computer, but I prefer mixed case. So some people say all caps is way easier to read, and some people say mixed case is easier to read. Controversial takes is where people can't agree. It's like sub and dub. So if you have a preference, tell me, because I'm kind of interested in, like, you know, hearing more people's opinions, because, like, this is the type of thing you're probably not going to think about a lot while you're reading comics, but, like, you know, bringing it to light, you're going to go, oh, I have a preference. I didn't think about that. Preference. For me, I fully intend to make my comic in mixed case, because that's me. Because, like, if I have a character yelling, I want it to be easier to tell that they're yelling by using caps. But that's just me. There's my hot take. I know somebody on Tumblr is gonna yell at me for it. Okay, what angle do I want for this? Okay, probably Taya facing downward still at Crypt. And still looking down and being angry because she's been shot by, not like a gun. It's not a real gun. It's, she's been hit by like this blast that's related to his powers. And she doesn't know what it did to her quite yet, because Crow's about to explain. Because he got hit too. He knows exactly what it is. Okay, which arm is it that she's holding? Okay, she's holding her left arm? Did I draw this panel already? I don't remember. It doesn't matter anymore because my computer deleted it. I'm so sure I drew this panel already. Oh my gosh. Luckily I wasn't that much farther, but it is weird for me to like miss something because I am a habitual saver. Like my left hand doesn't do a whole lot. It just presses Control S frequently. Frick. Okay. And then Crow can be somewhere... Wait. Where's Crow in relationship to I think he's on the left side. Frick. Hang on. What's in the previous panels here? Because getting that side consistency makes it way easier to see what's going on. Okay, so she's on the left. He's on the right? I mean, yes, that's what's going on here, but... uh-oh. Did I mess it up? Because down here... Okay, here's an overview shot. So, Explosion Villain is over here on this building. They're on a separate building with a little gap in between. She's here, and then Crow's down here on the left. He is right. Based on the shot and the arm. Oh boy, okay. Getting the angles right. Like, I'm not good with three-dimensional space. Okay, she falls. Taya turns around. Crow is right behind her. And I guess from this point, it doesn't super matter. Like, yeah, because the camera's changing a lot. This is difficult stuff you have to think about when you're drawing comics, by the way. Oh. Okay, so she turns around, and now we have the perspective where she's on the left and he's on the right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and then I kept that consistent for this page. He's still on the right. Okay. Gosh, I love Crow. Although, I'm considering changing his name for copyright reasons, and I really, 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 really don't want to. But I only recently found out that there is a superhero character named the Crow that was popular in like the 80s or something, and he's only like recently coming back in popularity. But like, and I did some Googling, like his deal is he's like, he was murdered, but he's like a zombie now, and he wants revenge for his murder, and that's it. That's the plot. So it's just really edgy, and he looks like a friggin' teenager who really likes MCR. That's all I know about it. That is legit all I know. And clearly what I have is a completely different type of character. So I need to do some looking on, do I need to change this character's name? One, for reasons of, here's a separate technically superhero character or comic book character named the Crow. Like, do I need to worry about that? And also, the characters are so different. Does that make it okay? And then also, technically, the Crow is a really generic name, so is that okay for me to get away with? These are things I'm trying to think of right now. If I do change his name, it'll probably be changed to Corvid, because that's just kind of the name of the category of birds that the crow family is attached to. So like crows, magpies, rooks. There's a few others that are in that family, just kind of like the corvids, that type of bird. But he is supposed to be a crow, and then other people in the crow family, because he actually has like a family of other vigilantes that work with him, and they're all named after birds. So we do have magpie, but most of the other ones are not named after corvids, because we have grackle and tanager and goldfinch. The crow, like the guy who came back to life to get revenge on his murdered girlfriend, and he wears the jester makeup of the mask his girlfriend gave him for Halloween. Yeah, that's an iconic character and possible best comic to film adaptation. I have only heard of it recently because there's a bunch of merchandise for it at Hot Topic. That is it. That is my only insight into it existing. And then I did a little bit of Googling, and I'm like, okay, so he's just an edgelord. Got it. But now I have to look into legal stuff of like, do I have to change my character's name? Because that would be so annoying. So many of these characters, because you know, Marvel and DC are things that have been around for decades, and they have a gazillion characters that casual fans have never even heard of. And for pretty much all of my characters, I had to do some Googling to make sure names weren't taken. You can name him Rook. Yeah, I suppose I could make him Rook. One of them is Grackle, just because grackles get mistaken for crows quite frequently, but they're not in the corvid family. They're just blackbirds with a little bit of blue. You can name him Rook. So yeah, I could name him Rook. I feel like there was another one. Oh yeah, technically I have another character named Blacklight, and I always spell it with a space, and I think there is an official character with that name without a space. I don't know if that one's completely okay. I'll have to think about it. It starred Bruce... Oh my gosh, I can't read. It starred Brandon Lee, the son of Bruce Lee. Right. Okay, I am familiar with Brandon Lee. He's cool. Let's see, did I have any other characters I had to change the name of? I'm trying to think. I know I did research on the word superhero itself, and Google told me that the word superhero, as a conjoined word, is a copyrighted word and is conjoined custody. Like, this is how I'm choosing to word what's going on. The word superhero is conjoined custody between Mommy Marvel and Daddy DC. They share custody. That's how I call it. However, the word metahuman, which DC uses frequently, is not copyrighted. They don't own that word. So that's why I'm using metahuman. And also I think it sounds cool, but like, I'm a fan of things that can get a little creative and use different words. Like, you know, My Hero Academia uses the word quirk. The Incredibles just uses the word super. Like, oh, look at him, he's a super. You know. And I like slightly more unique words like that. And also I like just a more generic word that doesn't imply the alignment of the character with powers. Because like saying superhero or supervillain implies alignment, and also superhero implies that, you know, they have powers. And I'm like, well, I have what I would call superhero characters, but they don't have powers. Like Crow here, he doesn't have powers. He just, you know, dresses as a plague doctor. Yeah. Invincible and even The Incredibles has, well as The Boys, had cool original names like Duplicate and Adam Eve. It avoids a lot of copyright stuff. Jackdaw is another name you could use. Oh yeah. Okay. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the novel author Brandon Sanderson. He's very popular currently, and I've seen him in person. He was at a con. He's written tons and tons of different fantasy novels, and he has one short series called Steelheart that is about it is the superhero genre. And I actually really like that one, even though like clearly he didn't take that one super seriously. It was just kind of like a fun side project compared to his main stuff. But yeah, nonetheless, I really like Steelheart. And he said the hardest thing about writing Steelheart was coming up with names that Marvel and DC didn't already have. Like that was the hardest part for him. So a lot of the like super powered characters have really stupid names, and they make gaffes in universe about how stupid those names are. Like Steelheart, that's the name of like the main villain actually is Steelheart. You'll have other things like Fireflight and Shadow something, I don't remember. And then like the worst one, like this is a character mentioned in passing as a demonstration of how stupid the names are, but there's like, oh yeah, there was this lady villain who named herself the Pink Pinkness. And they're like, what? Well, I mean, that sounds stupid, but what's wrong with that? Why did she change it? Say her name 3 times fast. Like that's in the book. Or they're like, just say her name 3 times fast and ask yourself why she changed it. Yeah, so there's lots of really stupid names in that book, but like kind of on purpose. But also I guess it was like, that was the most difficult thing, was making sure these names weren't taken, because Marvel and DC have like everything. Corvid, like a combo of Corvus and COVID. Ew, no. Okay, so here's a dumb random fact. Like one, I already decided COVID did not happen. Because I said so. COVID does not exist in this universe. Because F that. But this also takes place like 20-ish years in the future. That's not a super relevant piece of information, but like it's there. However, a recent real world event that's very silly did happen canonically in my universe. Do you guys remember September 2019, where people wanted to raid Area 51? Do you guys remember that? COVID made us forget a lot of things, but that event is canon in my superhero universe, and also it's relevant. It's part of one of the characters' backstories. Because one of the characters is an alien that was kept at Area 51. And it was during the 2019 raid on Area 51 that they escaped. And it's one of the dumbest things I've written. But it's... that is a real thing I wrote. That is canon. That is a canon event in my superhero story. Because there's aliens. I just think aliens are like a really cool concept. And I'm like way into alien stuff. Mostly I'm like way into DC and how they write their characters and lore and stuff. I'm a DC fan, not much of a Marvel fan. I don't care for Marvel too much. But yeah, I'm a huge DC fan. Area 51 charge was about to be awesome. So yeah, in real life, Area 51 raid was just really chill. There was only like 100 people that showed up, and they were just there to meme, and they were chill and non-aggressive, and all the guards were chill and non-aggressive, and it was just a chill time. In the canon of mental metas, it's a real event where there was a lot of people, and there was real aliens being kept at Area 51, and there was people that came in and freed some of them, some or all the aliens that were being kept by the American government. I don't think I've told anyone that before. You guys are the first to hear that that's a thing I've written. Oh gosh, I'm backwards. I'm all about Marvel and I don't care for DC besides Batman Universe. Dude, I am a huge sucker for anything Batman. I freaking love Batman. And, you know, assume things all you want, like, oh, are you really edgy? Well, yes, I'm edgy. I'm goth, but like, that's beside the point. My obsession with Batman is about how much of a family man he is and how much he cares for his family. And how he's like a friggin' champ who like adopts people in need and then makes their lives better through his training and his companionship as a father. Like all of that stuff, like that gives me air. I freaking adore Batman. so much. so much. So I have more lore that I could get into, but then that might come off as cringe because I realize how cringe it might be out of context. But I do have lots and lots of lore with all these characters. There's so much going on. I have way too many characters. You can see by the pixel art I have on screen, that's pixel art of all the characters from Mental Metas. I'm actually missing like 3. I only recently realized that I need to draw, but otherwise, like, what's on screen is 45 characters. Too many. Let me tell you, too many. You can keep his name as Crow, just spell it like Crow, 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 and other spellings. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of how they spelled it in Ruby. I'll just type it. That's how they spell Crow in Ruby. So I could spell it different. I guess I could think about it. If I could have... You know what? I should probably look up the word crow in Crow's language. So the character Crow, obviously he wears a mask and you can't see him. And even when you do see him, it's not like you're going to tell his race because, you know, there's a lot that are, more obscure. So the character Crow is Armenian. So I probably should do some research and see if there's another word I could use that's more related to their culture or country or something. That would be interesting. I definitely did a bunch of research for his surname because I know someone who's very well traveled and knows a lot of really random trivia from like different cultures all over the world. They're a very well traveled person I happen to know closely. And I asked them one day, I'm like, because I was looking for a surname for Crow, because I'm like, okay, here's this character who's Armenian, and I want something that's gonna like give you a hint that he might be Armenian just based off of his name. And I was like, hey, is there any like consistencies with Armenian surnames by chance? Like I had zero idea that the answer was absolutely yes. So that made it, like, once I got that information, it was way easier to pick his name. I love Batman simply because I relate to him way too much. I love how he puts his feelings aside. He is logical in such a mechanical way, even if it hurts him. Stone cold down to even reversing hallucinogens that would make anyone go crazy. Crow. Yeah, so his last name, I hope I'm spelling it right, because I don't feel like bringing up my document. Gregorian. And if I recall correctly, the base of the word basically means watcher or person who overwatches an area, which does fit his character. Oh my gosh. So, you scallywags, here's the fun question. What are you doing up so late? I thought I was the crazy one. Because now it is 4 o'clock in the morning and I should really be getting to bed. Oh my gosh, this drawing looks so terrible. Well, I'll just go ahead and finish this panel and call it good for the night. These are just sketches and I get fussy about the anatomy. Anyway, I need to quit that. Nightjars are interesting birds. Look it up. Ooh, I think I've heard of them. It's sleepy time. Are you only just now going to sleep, Mads? What are you doing? Yeah. So yeah, he's got like this feather thing that goes all the way down his back. I don't know if this accidentally looks too punk to have kind of like this mohawk thing going on with the feathers on his costume, but I don't know, I like it. Oh no, I meant you. Oh, frig. All right, everybody hydrate. Everybody hydrate right now. In fact, I'll make GLaDOS remind you to do it. There you go.
The chat member would like all test subjects to partake in the hydration fluid. See it.
There you go. Let GLaDOS be the voice of reason. Hiya. Let's see. No. What, you don't want GLaDOS to remind you how awesome hydration is? No. Thank you, Neville. Even though you're shy, you're camera shy at the moment, but I still love you, Neville. How do I want to word this? Like, oh, I see you've just met Crypt, or oh, I see you've been shot. Ooh, delicious. See you, I don't know, like I haven't decided the dialogue. My script was super vague. Okay, if you're gonna give me that sass, no water. Well, I have a meme for you, which I have scrunched. Let's bring it back. That's for you. Which way does it go? Look, come over here. Come over here and fight me. There you go. Where the frick is it? Alright, let's put that away, but don't make me tap the sign. Oh gosh. I've saved again. I didn't say it, Neville did, haha. You know what? You're so right. Frick. That's not how you spell that. Crypt. How do I speech bubble? This is, I don't care right now. Do not make speech bubbles like this for real. Don't do that. You know what? That looks like so much trash. I'm legit gonna give it a little bit more space here. Move that over. And then I'll just do like a what. There we go. Are Crypt and Crow's brothers? No, not at all. Good question, though. That seems like a twist coming. No, Crypt is way younger than Crow. Crow is like late 40s, somewhere around there. I don't have an exact age because when you're in when you're middle aged, that doesn't matter as much. But Crypt, oh boy. Okay, I just realized. Oh, okay. How old would he be here? Because there's a huge time gap between season 2 and season 3. And Crypt becomes really important in season 3. And then subsequently season 4 and 5. Yeah, there's a time gap because in season 3, he's canonically 25. So in this is about 3 years apart. Oh my gosh. I have to think about like how old he was because like this is like important timeline stuff. Make him my age. Well, I don't have to do what you tell me. Okay, here's another thing. All these superhero characters are not teenagers. They are young adults. You are legally, in my universe, you are not legally allowed to be a pro-meta, as I call them, you know, who patrols and does hero things in the city. You're not legally allowed to do that if you're a minor. You have to be 18. I mean, the laws would be different for different countries and stuff, but this takes place in America. I'm American. Sorry, I'm boring. At least I'm not making it take place in New York. I'm not that boring. But all the characters are young adults. Occasionally there's characters that are a little younger. But so most of the characters are young adults or mid-adults. I have a couple of people that are older than that. Oh my gosh, hi Cyril!
The chat member would like all test subjects to partake in the hydration fluid. See?
I don't know why my raid alert didn't go off, but thank you. Welcome in. How was your stream? Everybody drink water. If you're new, if you're new here, make sure you drink water. Make sure you drink the water. Yeah. I'm a thirsty little bill. Is good. Good. I've been lurking on your streams a lot lately. I'm sorry I haven't been saying hi too much, but I have been lurking and I see you've been doing a lot of 3D modeling. Super cool. Hope you're having fun with that. I am currently doing pencil tests for my webcomic that I would like to exist. And no one is going to make it exist but me. So I decided to get started and this has been really hard actually. Oh, I got the blushies. Oh boy. Along with the age thing I just mentioned, I just remembered another thing is in my superhero universe here, children do not have superpowers. They can't get them that young. Because I think about like Avatar: The Last Airbender or The Incredibles, where children, toddlers, and even babies can have powers, and I'm like, no. Absolutely freaking not. I hate the variety of horrible implications that has. So in my universe, my superhero universe I've created here, puberty. It is sometime during puberty that powers can manifest in a person. There. So that way I have a logical reason that makes sense biologically. And then I don't have to worry about children having powers because that would be terrifying. Absolutely freaking not. I mean, teenagers are still children, but at least they're like above 8. They're above ages 7 to 9, which children psychological science studies have shown that that's the point which they understand the difference between right and wrong, and they understand lots of other important things in the brain. And an important aspect of their brain has finished. So yeah, I'm like, I definitely need it to be above that number. And I think puberty like is a very biological, sensical time period. What about the kids that hit puberty at like 6 or 7? Because that can happen in real life, yes, that can happen in my universe, but it is not relevant to anything that happens. But good question, because yes, on rare occasions that can happen. I have a friend who said oh gosh, what was the age? I want to say she started her period at like age 10, which that sucks. That is way too early, but you know, just a reminder demonstration that if you're a parent with young girls, that you need to teach them about period stuff a lot sooner than you think. I'm looking at you, the movie Turning Red. Pretty good movie. Not amazing movie, but pretty good movie that has lots of symbolism about periods, which is all very important stuff that everyone needs to learn. I don't care who you are. You need to learn about it. And how, like, you know, she's the mom's like, oh no, did you start your period? Like, you know, I'm giving a rough of what the dialogue was. She's like, oh no, did you start your period? I didn't think it would happen so soon. Honey, your daughter's 13. She needs to learn about periods way before that. All right, I'm gonna fight y'all. That is aggravating. With that said, If you went to public school in the United States, at what grades/ages did you first have, like, the puberty lessons? I'm asking this because I genuinely don't know. Because, yes, I'm American, but I was homeschooled. So I don't know at what grades they find normal to teach kids about puberty. My sister just turned 9 when she got hers. Wow. So I learned about it as well and could learn about it. I was like, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't care who you are. If you... like, everyone needs to learn about this stuff. It's a normal biological thing and y'all need to quit acting like it's taboo. It's not. I'm gonna fight you. I will fight you on this. I will come over there and I will fist fight you about it. Put up your dukes. Oh gosh. Okay. Here's a part where I have to get kind of funky with the angle because I need her to... How do I rough this out? Okay, so here's... I mean, I'm roughing it out anyway. It's the comic, but like... Here's the edge of the building, and she wants to run after Crypt, who just shot her with some meta-human blast. Wow, look at the stick person. She is angry that she just got shot. Here's a little bit of her hair so we know who it is. She has a distinct silhouette with her hair. I knew about puberty at that point because I had been through it for 4 years, but I had to learn about girls' puberty, which, yeah. Okay, I don't know if you guys watch The Odd Ones Out on YouTube. I freaking love his channel, but he has a really good video on what he calls second puberty, so like your early 20s. But he also talks about, like, you know, regular puberty during the early teens. And he's like, oh, I'm the puberty platypus. Yeehaw, I'm going to teach you all about puberty. Hey, boys, you're going to start getting extra sweaty and start growing hair in weird places, and that's okay. Ladies, you're going to want to sit down for this one. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm in pain. Oh, The Odd Ones Out was so freaking good. Just watched that video 2 weeks ago. Oh, sweet. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, yeah, nobody talks about second puberty because it's not, you know, by definition, normal puberty at all. But like, yeah, a bunch of new things happen to your body in your early 20s that like people don't talk about. And I'm like, yeah, I'm glad that he brought it to light. This looks awful. I have to go. Hope you have a nice stream and good luck. Thank you,
The
Sarah.
chat member would like all test subjects to partake in the hydration fluid. See,
I drink. And yes, there's some forbidden knowledge for you. The sound alerts can stack. they can lap over each other. Okay, I want her to be like really angry and she wants to go down and get him because with her powers she can like get down easily because she has the particle barriers, so she can put herself in basically a force field and then she can float with it. However, what she doesn't know is that what she just got shot with terminates her powers for a period of time. So she wants to run after him, and Crow has to stop her from friggin' jumping off a building because she doesn't know what she's about to do. I will be in your nightmares, says puberty. Oh, it's already there, buddy. Frick. Okay, I want to zoom in a bunch, and I'm just gonna start. No, I'm not gonna start over. Yeah, I don't know what angle I want this panel to be at all. There we go. Just kind of a rough idea here. Have you seen My Hero? Because that gun is similar to a dart they use in the anime. Dart. Because, yeah, I've seen, like, 3-ish seasons of My Hero. And I'm like, yeah, this is decent, but I'm sorry, I like older anime. I like anime from the early 2000s. That's all my favorites. Like, for the longest time, I'm like, the most modern anime I really like is Madoka Magica, but, like, that came out, like, a decade ago. As of right now, I'm kind of into Spy Family. I like wholesome things. But yeah, overall, I'm like, my favorite anime is like Soul Eater and Sailor Moon. And wow, why am I drawing a blank? Tsubasa. Tsubasa used to be huge years ago, and now nobody knows what it is. Like, nobody's ever heard of it. Kids have no idea what Tsubasa is. Makes me big sad. Okay, so that's the rough. We're gonna get rid of some of that. And then we're gonna make this real big. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to... I feel like, look at this friggin' thing. I feel like I can't draw right now. They have a power neutralizing darts that can take your power for a short amount of time, oh, I think I do vaguely remember that. Something like that. Right. Okay. Yeah. I think I was around the part where like Mammalian got hit by that. Yeah. I vaguely remember that. I'm like, but yeah. So in this universe, I have like there's probably like metahumans that can take away other people. So kind of like Aizawa. You know, there's probably going to be other characters like that, but I actually don't have any specifically written characters that have an Aizawa-like power. But I do have characters that have technology that does the same thing. And then the character Crypt in question here, this is actually like not technology for him. This is his powers. He's just projecting it through a physical weapon. And this was very inspired by Soul Eater's Death the Kid, where he has the twin pistols, but what he's shooting out of it is not bullets. It's like energy from his soul. So like this is basically the same thing with the character Crypt. So what he shoots, it stings a lot and also temporarily takes away powers. So that's what I got going on with that character. So this is the first time the protagonist is experiencing this phenomenon. Like, she's never had this effect on her before. And, like, she's not too happy. She also doesn't know what it is. So, like, Crow here has to friggin' stop her. And I have zero idea what kind of camera angle I want here. What do I want her to say here? That's kind of a thing, is like, I'm kind of writing this as I go because my original outline is not detailed. So what do I have her friggin' say here? I'm just gonna write random dialogue. I'm not gonna worry about if even the dialogue is polished. Like, who friggin' cares? This is just kind of a test. I don't know. Eh. You could give someone insomnia as a mental disorder, and their power can be something along the lines where they pass sleepiness off onto others. Ooh, okay. I have considered having... okay, for one, I do have a character that inflicts sleep. Not like sleep immediately, but like drowsiness. And depending on how drowsy they already were, they might actually fall asleep. So I already have a character that has that power. As far as the insomnia thing, I was actually thinking about writing a character that had narcolepsy, and then they had a power that only worked while they were asleep. And that inspiration actually came from Teen Titans. I don't think very many people remember this, but in Teen Titans there was this side character who was like gosh, how do I explain him? He was a really skinny guy who was like, this really skinny guy who like sleeps in a pod, or just kind of like a pot of goo or something. Like he's always asleep. And if he is awake, that's when his powers activate and he becomes a big like sludge monster. He's like, I don't know if anybody remembers this character, but yeah, he was just a big sludge monster when he was awake. So the first time you see him, he's like asleep in this pod, and then a villain breaks in and then empties the pod of its goo or liquid. I don't know, just science stuff. And then he wakes up and he's immediately like, oh no, I'm awake. If I'm awake, that means, and then he turns into a sludge monster and he doesn't have like human consciousness anymore. And I always thought that was like a super cool concept. Plasmus, that's what his name was. Thank you. I think Teen Titans is dope. But yeah, I'm just like, oh, this concept is like super interesting. So I did think about having a character that had narcolepsy as an option. Like basically I've had tons and tons and tons and tons of ideas. And as it is, I already have like, almost 50 characters. And there's still a lot of ideas of mine that are not properly executed at all because there's just too many characters. But I am a huge fan of people asking me if I have a particular disability already or a specific mental illness, just something like that, some kind of condition. It's like, do you have a character with blah, blah, blah condition yet? The answer is usually yes. I am saddened when it becomes a no. Because I have so many freaking characters and I feel like I've covered most things. Same thing with like just ethnicities, because I'm trying to have a variety of races and ethnicities and cultures and stuff represented, even though I am an American who has been nowhere and I don't know very many people who have been everywhere or are from everywhere. And so I don't have a lot of firsthand experience, but I'm trying really hard to like have representation for a variety of people. So, I've got, actually, what's the point of me naming them off? But like, yeah, if for ethnicities as well, feel free to ask, do you have such and such ethnicity yet? And then I can tell you, because I have a lot of characters for this one project. There's so many freaking characters. I gotta get rid of all this junk. And then it doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a sketch. Oh my gosh. There was Plasmus, Overload, and Cinderblock as similar villains. Yeah, I seem to remember that. There we go. Variety is the spice of life. We were basically talking about that earlier when Shane was in the chat. Variety is the spice of life. Variety and diversity is extremely cool. In my opinion. I'm just looking at like the stick figure I drew for Teo and I'm like, look at her big dang feet. She's angry. Maybe I should put this whole thing off to the other side. Kind of wanted to use the negative space between the buildings, but I think directionally this will work better over here. I'm just gonna like take this. Take this. There we go. And just extendo friendo. She wears a size 6 and 24 shoes. Yeah, the feet. I mean, it's just a stick person, but like, Here you go. Here's your new profile picture. Oh gosh. It's 4:30. I need to go to bed. I'll just finish this panel and call it good, but like I'm having fun. So yeah, I don't usually stream this late, but like I do it because I can, and there's other things I want to use my evenings for. But yeah, usually Wednesday evenings are when I stream art, and then Friday evenings are when I stream Psychonauts 2. That's my video game night, and currently I'm doing Psychonauts 2. Oh gosh, Psychonauts 2 first playthrough. That's my current stream schedule if you guys care. Yeah. Need to make that sound way more urgent, but who cares right now?
We are streaming.
We're streaming. You know what? I'm surprised the TTS pronounced it that correctly, comparatively. Oh gosh. I need to draw... Go back over here, and then she's got like... The pink static around her that like stings. Ugh. There we go. A little bit of that. Whoops. Ah, frick. Oh, I have put this plague upon no one but myself. Oh gosh. I added that because my friend Gotha really wanted it. And I'm like, yeah, okay. It's so freaking loud, dude. There we go. Doop, doop, doop. Okay, there we go. Get back down here. Get back down here.
Social anxiety!
Amen, brother. Frick yeah. She got pink around her because she's all staticky. She stings. Actually, technically, Crow should also have this stuff. I'll probably just make it more subtle for him, but he was also shot a few minutes before Taya came in. Yeah, I'll probably have like just way more subtle on Crow. Metal pipe gives me social anxiety. I'm sorry, did the metal pipe come up to you and ask how you were doing today? Because that's what I hate people doing. I mean, yes, you guys can come up to me and say, how are you? But I don't like small talk. I'm an introvert. Small talk saps my energy. Please come to me with a deep psychological and moral philosophy debate. Of which Chain and I technically had earlier. That was pretty great. I'm just like, no. If we're going to have a conversation, I want something useful out of it. Like, if you're a normie and you come up to me and you're like, how are you? I'm like, you don't care. Introverted extrovert. You might be, do you know if you're an ambivert, or do you mean like something different on the introvert extrovert spectrum? Because like, I'm definitely, I guess you could say I'm an extroverted introvert, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm definitely by definition an introvert, but like I'm good at being social. Like, I don't have intense fear of social interactions. I don't have intense nervousness or hesitation for that sort of thing. I'm totally fine talking to people. It just drains my battery, because that's the definition of introvert, is it drains your battery. It doesn't mean social anxiety. It doesn't mean shy. It just means it drains your social battery, and you have to be alone for a while for it to recharge. And then extrovert is the opposite. Blah, 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 blah. And I did research an entire paper for my speech class in college on the topic of introversion versus extroversion. Like, that was a legit thing I studied and wrote a speech for, and then had to have a speech in front of a class of people. This is back when I was actually super shy and really afraid of talking in front of people, because that's a very normal fear, is like, you know, public speaking. I'm a streamer now. And like, I've definitely mellowed out. I've definitely, oh gosh. I was in speech class in college in 2014. It's almost been a decade. I can be social, but my energy goes away after a lot of time, and my attitude starts to come out, sadly. Yeah, I understand the tood thing. I get some tood. Meanwhile, I have an acquaintance that I would call a quiet extrovert, because that's what she is. Like, she is an extrovert, but she's just very quiet. Like, she doesn't talk much. So that's super interesting. Like, she's more of a listener, but she is, by definition, an extrovert. She gains energy by social interaction and gets drained by being alone. Like, that is the strict definition of those two words. It's just social battery based. That's it. Holy crap, how do I draw? I should probably just end it anyway, even though I don't want to. I'm having so much fun. I like drawing. Who hit me? Who the frick is that? He's pointing, like we have him over here, and then we zoom in, and then he runs away. Actually, I should have some lines depicting that. There we go. And save. I have to save, otherwise my computer might F me over again. Let's see, I'm gonna have another line here because that's where the edge of the other building is. And my girl is angry. I do that, but it is because I listen to everything going on and the people are surprised when I know about stuff. Oh boy, the amount, like, especially in school, just because, like, teenagers are freaking stupid, right? Just the amount of times in school, like, I'm known as the quiet kid, but for some reason people have this idea that because you're quiet, you're not listening. And I'm like, yeah, they just consider me invisible because I'm the quiet kid. Like, I never talk. And I was like, little do you know, silly popular preppy kids, is that I know many of your secrets because you talk loudly in my area. You talk loudly near me, and I know all about the drama you've been having with Brad, or whatever it is that you teenagers are up to. I don't care. It's like, I don't care, but I know it because you guys talk loudly around me. And then I open my mouth and I'm like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you just broke up with Brad, blah, 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 blah. You had a sleepover recently with Ashley, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, how do you know that? I'm like, I have ears. Do you have a brain? Because I haven't seen it recently. Well, I'm really dishing it out. Okay, I'm gonna freaking go to bed now. But it was my wedding day. We were getting ready and there wasn't a cloud in the sky. No clouds allowed in the sky. Bruno walks in with a mischievous grin. Thunder, are you telling this story or am I? I'm sorry, maybe to go on. Maybe it's a problem how well I know that song. Okay. Oh, I don't want to leave. Oh. I am going now. I'm going to call it a night. It is 4:30 in the morning and I usually go to bed at 4. But by go to bed, I mean sit in bed with my phone and watch YouTube for another 1 to 2 hours. So I'm gonna go do that now. I'm such a goober. Everybody get water. Water's pretty pog, let me tell you. Let GLaDOS tell you. Where is she? There she is. Here we go.
Chat member would like all test subjects to partake in the hydration fluid. Sip.
Yeah, that was me drinking water. Violently. Yeah, that was me drinking water again. Because it's just So tasty. Alright, I'll friggin' get out of here now. Alright, good night, you beautiful, sassy salamanders. I love you. Go take care. Have a good night. Drink water. The reason I keep telling y'all to drink water is because mental health is super important, and sometimes mental health is connected to your physical health, and the easiest way to take care of your physical health is to hydrate. So make sure you go hydrate, because it's good for your brain. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cool. I'm gonna pass out now. Night night, love y'all. Where's my heart emoji? There it is. Pog. Yeah.